Mr. Chair. I rise in support of my amendment to H.R. 1. This week, we are focused on fighting for the public interest, fighting for transparency, and fighting for accountability. We have a rare opportunity to restore faith and trust in our system of government. Thank you to all those who have fought to bring us to this point and for our upcoming major historic vote on H.R. 1. As we speak, I am working under a mandate from the people of Central Virginia. They expect me to fight back against a broken Washington and to work to protect our democracy, whether from special interests, barriers to voting, or foreign influence. Right now, we are seeing an uptick in hostile attacks against election systems across the globe. With the rise of the internet, anonymous hackers, non-state actors, and foreign intelligence operatives, with those rises, as they rise as formidable and dangerous adversaries, our elections are the bedrock of our democracy. If our voting infrastructure is compromised or attacked, the entire integrity of our electoral system could come into question. This was especially clear following Russia's interference in the 2016 election, and it's almost certain that nefarious actors will continue their deliberate attempts to attack our elections or put in doubt the outcome of those elections. During this time, it is critical that the U.S. election officials have accurate and up-to-date information about where our election security systems are most vulnerable. This amendment pushes back against foreign attempts to interfere in our electoral process and helps identify any potential threats that may exist. This amendment would use the invaluable expertise of public servants in the intelligence community and Department of Homeland Security to strengthen the security of federal and state election systems. My amendment would require a federal assessment of the scope of potential threats to the security of America's election system, including cyber, terror, and state actor threats. This assessment would happen 180 days prior to every general election to allow the states the opportunity to respond and strengthen their voting system. Additionally, this legislation would direct the Director of National Intelligence and DHS to update federal and state officials on possible vulnerabilities and to provide assessments on how best to stop these threats. As a former CIA case officer, I greatly appreciate the objective and nonpartisan work of the national security and intelligence communities. And with their help, we can fight back against foreign interference, we can safeguard our elections. The dedicated men and women of our national security of our intelligence agencies have demonstrated their ability to collect information on foreign actors' intentions and provide election security assessments that are intellectually rigorous, objective, timely, and useful to the states they would provide them to. As we're having an important discussion about safeguarding the integrity of the vote, I urge my colleagues to support this amendment to H.R. 1. I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentlewoman from Virginia reserves the balance of her time. For what purpose does the gentleman from Illinois seek recognition?
Well, Mr. Chairman, I rise to claim time in opposition, but I think this is a darn good amendment.
Without objection, gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. I'm going to support this amendment, and it's great to work with you, Ms. Spanberger, and thank you for your service as an intelligence officer for our great nation. This is an issue that you know better than me, and you know better than most of us here in this institute.